We did touch on a bit about how Nerds on Call has the strength on the marketing side. Um, the next question or topic really is just on marketing and growth here. Has there been any discussion in regards to, say, hiring a person to take on a specific role, on basically focusing on sales and development of new business?
Yes, all kinds of conversations around that topic, and and part of that is integrating the leadership team at Nerds on Call, but that doesn't mean that that's again the final solution, not at all.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a major step in that direction.
Okay. Is there any kind of nitty-gritty details that we can get into on the marketing side and just kind of um solving that gap that's there, seemingly? I mean, it sounds like Nerds on Call really brings that that lack, like what we're lacking there anyway, but if there's any details that people were wondering a bit about, how we're planning to improve on the marketing side in general.
Well, the real, and John can chime in on this as well, but one of our major considerations is the trusted network of uh, participants in any client environment. You know, there are only a handful of outsiders that provide on the cybersecurity front specifically, which is our focus right now. There's only a handful of suppliers that there's an automatic default at the leadership level inside an organization to reach out to ask to solution in some way, shape, or form, and that tends to be their big firm, accounting firm, or their law firm, and those are the networks that we're working on building a bridge to, so that they see clearly their what void is presently not necessarily being addressed in any way, shape, or form, that we can help the client list that they have, well, protect themselves much more effectively. And that's the biggest single push. And then again, as I mentioned, we've got on the municipal side two organizations that we're working to bridge our solutions with, so that they're able to bring them to their stable of clients. So it becomes more than it's a bullet, so that we have shotgun opportunity, right?
Okay. So yeah, a big focus on the referral partnership, sales channel, basically is what I'm hearing here. Is there any other sales channels that we're entertaining, or we're looking to go high, like further on? Or I mean, there is that gap you mentioned there with the trust component of it, when we're looking at customer acquisition strategies that are direct to consumer with no referral in place there. Is there anything that has worked on that end that we're looking to expand a bit more on, or maybe ideas from Nerds on Call that are coming to the table there? Or is it really just a focus on strictly just this referral program, or referral partnerships anyway that we can get in place?
I mean, it, like you said, it definitely is a trust-based industry.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of times people just don't move off of, whatever solution is in place. Just the fear of change, is real everywhere. But in our industry, a lot of what ifs, right? So trying to find people at, a place where they're already experiencing change. Maybe they've just lost an IT provider, or they're transitioning or opening new offices. So we've had some wins for sure on the SEO front, just sort of targeting more national footprints, just kind of specific types of clients that are looking for something that we're sort of uniquely positioned to provide. So yeah, we'll continue to do that. But like anybody in our industry will tell you, just sort of marketing the same sort of message out there to people who are already comfortable, if not slightly displeased even, with their existing IT, is a hard win, right? So yeah, trying to find people in that looking stage is where we're focusing.
A lot of just building trust at scale. That's the hard part there.
Yeah, and the referral, right? We're still very good to recommend and pay for BNI for new nerds, because that's all relationship based, referral based. We just find, for years that's been by far the best channels. Is the face-to-face relationship referral, that cold, marketing.
Yep.
Google ads, it's a tough go to get that right. Yeah.
We spent hundreds of thousands on the cold marketing over the years, hundreds of thousands of dollars, with a measured ROI that was negligible. And yes, as John mentions, we're trying to find influence opportunities. So influencers is one thing. And that's when I mentioned accounting firms and legal or law practices. That's one thing. David is always working to open up new influence relationships all over the place. These consultancies are relationship, or I should say influence agents inside their own stable of clients. And we're looking at white labeling so that they're able to move ahead with a strong drive on their front to have their own package branded, so that they're driven to push even harder, even faster. But the real issue is, finding a way in an arena, cybersecurity specifically. The other arena, residential and SOHO, that's different. You can have all kinds of opportunities, and to be perfectly frank, the vast majority of them are price driven. And that's one thing that we're looking with Nerds on Call to find a way through and to, so that we don't have to just drop our drawers in an effort to get more clients in that arena. We have many. We're looking to offer to some that we are not in a position to provide service for, offer this new service offering that will, on a monthly basis, allow us to add to our revenue and profit stream. But the real issue at the cybersecurity, top of the funnel down, we're looking to make certain that it's measured and it's with relationship dynamic that is premised on trust, proven capability, obviously, but generating a much higher level of trust when it comes to our first meeting with a client. So coming in there with a much warmer reception than cold marketing can ever provide.
That social proof component is going to be big too, which is why the referral program works so well. Well, you noted there that you mentioned the white label. That's an entirely new sales channel in general as well. Is there
we're investigating. Investigating. Okay. There are some things that we bring to the table that we've proven our capability and competence on. We need to make certain that we have the same thing in those trust relations, those influence agent relationships, so that it's not helter-skelter, but it's premised on a firm belief that this is the better way to go. But yes, that option is definitely on the table.
Yeah, it's an interesting option. There's a lot of challenges, but a lot of pros with the white label side as well. I've seen just poor representation. So being really careful with partners that we approach with that. It's interesting. There was also you mentioned there basically competing on price. So positioning the product. What do you think you guys can do maybe better to position the product so we have no need to compete on price? Is SME Edge it's really already set up in a place where it's the be all and end all. There's nothing you can really compare it to, right? So you're not having to race to the bottom. You're not having to compete on that. Or are we talking about?
As I mentioned, when I talked about price point sensitivity, that was at the low end of the market, the residential and SOHO.
Yeah. Okay.
That's not the enterprise or the SME.
Other product lines. Yeah.